You are only about a 10-hour walk from the best city in the world, aka Chicago. In this video, we're going over the pros and the cons of what it's like living here in Naperville, Illinois. My name is Blankenship, your favorite Chicagoland realtor, and if this is your very first time on this channel, you should definitely consider subscribing because I bring out weekly content with what it's like living, playing, everything else in between here in the Chicago Burbs. And if you're considering making that move here to Naperville, I have a ton of people reaching out to me about relocating here to Chicago Burbs. It's absolutely fantastic, and I really do thank everyone. So feel free to give me a call, text, shoot me an email. All my information is down below in the description, but without further ado, let's just jump into this video of the pros and the cons of what it's like living here in Naperville. Pro number one when it comes to living here in Naperville is the location that Naperville places itself here in Illinois. You are only about a 10-hour walk from the best city in the world, aka Chicago. Yes, that's a joke. You're probably never going to drive or walk out to the city of Chicago. We're only about 33 miles outside the city of Chicago from here in Naperville. So when it comes to driving, it's probably about a 45-minute drive to an hour plus, depending if you're leaving on, a rush hour or there's any crazy event going on, or if it's the weekend. So it can take significantly long, and if you're relocating here from the city of Chicago out to the burbs over here in Naperville and you still work into the city, I know with the whole pandemic going on, it has a lot of people working from home, so that's why a lot of people are relocating from the city of Chicago out here to Naperville or the surrounding suburbs. But we have two trains out here. We have one on 59 and we also have one in downtown Naperville, making it convenient for you, depending wherever you live here in Naperville, to make it an easy commute to jump onto the train to get to the city of Chicago for work. But with that being said, when it comes to location and just bring up the pandemic in general, is that yes, a lot of people are relocating from the city of Chicago out here to the burbs, training their 1,500 square foot condo or maybe significantly less, and getting into a house with a lot more green space. So, the location here is pretty ideal when it comes to living here in the western suburbs. And, Naperville boasts a population of about 150,000 people. So this is a significantly larger suburb out here. You're really close to Aurora as well. So the very cool thing about Naperville when it comes to location is that there's a fantastic amount of different suburbs here. You're close to Glen Ellen, Wheaton, Lyle, just head down south, you can hit Bolingbrook, but there's a ton of different things to do out here. Especially if you just want to hop onto the train and head out to Chicago for the weekend. You need to work Monday through Friday, so you can just hop onto the train, and it just makes everything convenient, and the location is pretty sweet here in Naperville. Con number one, and with all these cons I'm going to say in this video, they're not really cons. Take it how you will, but they're really just things that you need to watch out for when it comes to relocating here to Naperville. Not saying anything bad, like these aren't really bad, but con number one is that this isn't the city of Chicago. A lot of people that are from here in Naperville, they probably say that they are from Chicago when this is the suburb and it's not the city. So Naperville is missing that hustle and bustle, just like the city of Chicago has, all the incredible nightlife, staying out to 3 a.m., all the incredible restaurants as well. But Naperville definitely has its fair share of, nightlife as well as great places to eat that I will go into. But if you are relocating here from the city of Chicago, it's a pretty easy train ride or a drive out back to the city of Chicago, so you can do all your favorite weekend activities, and get out there. And with that being said, there are a lot of people that are relocating out of the city of Chicago to come here to the burbs, and there are a lot of people relocating outside the state of Illinois just to get here into Naperville, whether it be for job relocation, family, raising a family and stuff like that. But you just got to remember is that when you do relocate here to Naperville, Illinois, come take a peek over here, because maybe you're relocating here from out of state and you really have this fantasy that Chicago is the best city in the world, and it is the best city in the world. I lived out in Los Angeles before, but I'm not going to talk about that. I say that all the time in recent videos and past videos. But come take a weekend out here. Come take a weekend out here in Naperville. Experience getting on the train, taking the train out to the city of Chicago, so you can experiment what that's like and have an experience for that all in all, just to make sure that Naperville is the right place, the right suburb for you when it comes to relocating here to the suburbs of Chicago. Because there's a lot of great stuff that Naperville has, but at the end of the day, if you're relocating out here from out of the state of Illinois, you just gotta remember that this isn't Chicago. This isn't the city of Chicago. And if you think that Naperville is the city of Chicago, like I said, just come out here and visit first. Come take a weekend, do Chicago and Naperville at the same time. If you want to be closer to the city, there's definitely alternatives for you that we can always talk about. But yeah, con number one is definitely Naperville is not the city of Chicago. Pro number 2 is that Naperville has an incredible public school system according to niche.com. I'm gonna pop up a lot of random infographics onto the screen right now, just like right now, that talks about how Naperville is the best city to live in America, as well as according to niche.com that Naperville is the #1 city with the best public schools in America. That's pretty crazy. Yeah, with that being said, I can just keep that pro just like it is. But District 203, District 204 has a ton of the top rated public schools here in DuPage County, and I'm gonna pop them up on my screen right now. You got Neuqua Valley, Naperville Central, Naperville North, schools like that. So school districts are important to you. I'm gonna drop links down below in the description that can help you out, especially if you are considering relocating here in Naperville and school districts are important to you. It's great to just get all the information that you can. If you ever have any other questions, feel free to reach out to me. I'll give you a ton more resources when it comes to, looking at the school districts here in Naperville. You can see right here is that, District 203, District 204, these schools are ranking at A+. So, niche.com saying that Naperville is the #1 city to raise a family in America, as well as the #1 city for the best public schools here in America. So without saying anything anymore, pro number 2 is that there's an incredible public school system here in Naperville, Illinois. And then con number 2 is that Naperville is pretty expensive to live here compared to all of Illinois. I'm gonna pop something up on the screen right now, and you can see on this infographic right here, it says that Naperville's cost of living is at 129.6. And what this is comparing, it's comparing Naperville, Illinois, as well as the USA average of 100. So you can see here, the overall in Illinois is 93.4. Really what's attributing to the high cost of living here in Naperville is definitely housing. So I'm going to talk about real estate a little bit. Naperville does have, higher home prices here. And things to contribute to that is that, the location, great school systems, and just a lot of things to do out here. So if you are considering making that move here to Naperville and you want more further information on the real estate market here, give me a call, text, email. I'm more than happy to help you out and send you guys a list of homes that might fit your criteria as well as your budget. Popping this infographic on the screen again, you can see groceries at a 101.7, so not that much higher than the USA average. Health is below, utilities is below. Transportation is a little bit up there because gas is not really too pricey. Like I said, I lived in Los Angeles, but transportation does get a little pricey here. And miscellaneous is a 110, and you can talk about that when it comes to nightlife and all that good stuff. But with Naperville being a little higher than the national average and higher than in Illinois, just keep in mind, Illinois is pretty big, so there's a lot of different burbs, there's a lot of different suburbs, cities, and towns all around here in Illinois. And while the cost of living here is a little bit higher here in Naperville, Naperville has a ton of great stuff going for it. Great school systems, great location, not too far from the city of Chicago, surrounded by many great suburbs. So at the end of the day, I'm not telling anyone to not move here to Naperville, but I'm just kind of giving you guys the information because I do truly believe that this information is going to help further equip you for if you are really considering making that move to Naperville. So yeah, this con right here is definitely the cost of living when it comes to living here in Naperville. Pro number 3 is that there's a lot of stuff to do here in Naperville, from shopping, from going out to eat with the family, from nightlife, and all great things like that. We have great parks here as well. The crown jewel of Naperville is probably the Riverwalk. It is a place just to see the river and walk, hence the name. But if you haven't been here to Naperville yet and you're considering relocating here, you definitely need to come out here for a weekend just to experiment, everything. Come in the summer, especially if you're coming from a warmer state. You might not like the cold right away, so come here in the warmth, late spring, midsummer, early fall. Those are definitely great times to come and visit just to do a little exploring. But the Riverwalk stretches probably about 1.7 miles, I believe, and you can just walk it, take in all the great scenery, jump on the paddle boats, take pictures with the family, Instagram pictures, all that good stuff. You always see a lot of people taking their wedding photos or their high school prom photos here, which I've definitely noticed a ton. And no, I did not have my high school prom photos here taken in Naperville. I've had it somewhere else, but it was definitely probably on the radar to do it over there. But when it comes to nightlife here, downtown Naperville is a great option if you don't want to hike it all the way to downtown Chicago. We have bars like Features, Potter's, Lantern, Empire, which are great places to go. The walkability in downtown Naperville is, definitely great too. You can just walk around everywhere. There's a ton of different great places to eat. I personally do like going to Empire to eat during the day. They have great burgers. They have a rooftop bar. It's pretty awesome here in the summer. You know, if you like wings, there's a great place to grab wings here on Ogden in Naperville. It's called Crosstown. Every single Thursday they have half off wings, and it's pretty amazing. So if you are coming here and relocating here in Naperville and you want to check it out first, please send me a text or call me or email me. I'm gonna give you guys recommendations on where to eat. If you like sushi, Shinto's a great place to go. Freedom Commons here off Naperville Boulevard and Freedom Drive, you know, it has pretty incredible sushi. I personally enjoy it. And, you know, there's a ton of different fests that come down here as well in Naperville. You know, you got the Rib Fest, the Beer Fest, all great things to do with the family and your friends as well. But, you know, pro number 3 is that Naperville definitely has a lot of great things going for it when it comes to, you know, just things to do here in Naperville. Last but not least, it is con number 3, and I do gotta talk about the traffic here in Naperville. Like I said, I've lived in Los Angeles and traffic is pretty brutal there. It doesn't really compare here to Illinois, so you guys are good on that side. In LA, it's like from 2 to 8, it's the traffic, and sometimes it's not even predictable. But you know, here in Naperville, it is a larger suburb. Like I said, there's about 150,000 people that live here, and a lot of people do work around here in Naperville, and there's a ton of different schools here in Naperville as well. But with that being said, is that Naperville, during school and work hours, so 7 to 9:30, 7 to 10, you know, you can find significant traffic around here, as well as during rush hour time from about 3:30 to 5:30, you'll definitely find traffic there as well. But it's pretty predictable when it comes to living here in Naperville. It doesn't get too bad, you know, you just really got to account for it. And if, you know, if you're doing groceries, try to do them during the middle of the day or later in the evenings. That's probably the best way to go about it if you do not want to hit traffic. But, you know, there are times where, you know, you could hit 30-minute traffic from getting from one place to another. Just get in touch with knowing, you know, the different roads, different side streets that you can take when navigating throughout Naperville here and in the Chicago Suburbs. But these are my pros and cons when it comes to living here in Naperville. If you have any questions at all, and if this is your first time on this channel and you do like the content that you are seeing, please consider subscribing. I bring out weekly content with what's like living, playing, and everything else between here in the Chicago Burbs. And if you are considering relocating here in Naperville, I would love the opportunity to help you out. All my contact information is down below in the description. Call, text, email me, night or day. I got your back when it comes to moving here in Naperville, and I'll see you guys on the next video.